The new IPA, Scott Janish.
Yeah, the new IPA. I've
Yep.
got that one. I think Daniel's still got to give that back to me. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Put it out. Happy with the mic and chatting news on all things beer. Joined by Phil, Dan, and Matt, or anyone else to join the cheer. Hiker Brewing is where we chat, 'cause it's where good beers are at. So
Well, here we are, mate.
What's today?
Today it's Tuesday. It's the 16th of July. I don't know if you realise we're that far into the year. But,
It's mental this year.
you've lost a couple of weeks, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what day it is, but yeah, okay, Tuesday. That's right, because we're doing the podcast. Of course, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Last week you were a bit out of sorts. You were like,
Oh, just
shit,
mad.
was it even?
Yeah, mad scramble. Because it was like, turnaround for East Brisbane was like pretty quick, so
Yeah.
was doing heaps of stuff, so which is good. So, but we got the doors open on Friday, so that was good. A couple of really big days and big nights, and poor old guy who did the mural on the wall, which has turned out amazing.
Yeah.
Lost a day somewhere, so and when we said, the Sizzlip's going back tomorrow, it's like, so he did an all-nighter. He finished
shit.
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Then went to work. Anyway, all done.
Dear. Yeah. Mate, before we talk too much about your East Brizzy thing, let's just chat, highlight our sponsors. So, Bintani, Craft Monks Canning, Convoy Kegs, Rattlings Labels and Stickers, and of course,
Like a brewing concern.
That's right. So yeah, mate, East Brisbane, now open. You did a soft opening.
Very soft, yeah.
I heard you had a very special first paying guest there.
Yeah, who was that?
It was me.
Oh, yeah. I made you pay for the beer.
100%.
I figured, you want to be the first paying, but you beat Trudge by about like 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I was there before 12.
Yeah. Trudge was there. He was very excited. So
Yep.
we had a lot of industry people through, which
There were
was
heaps
nice.
of industry people through.
Yeah.
I saw heaps of people coming in and tagging photos and
Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, so it was good for everyone to come in and help us celebrate. But yeah, it was obviously, just wanted to get the doors open. Didn't really advertise it too much within the community. But obviously, the beauty of that East Brisbane side is plenty of walk-bys. So it was so funny how many people came in and went, "Oh, is this just like Black Ops rebadged? Like, is this Black Ops saying this?" I went, "Yeah, no."
No.
But yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah, no, word will get out, and it's had a good day's trade Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And then Sunday was a little bit quieter, which was good. So I actually was able to sort of sit at the bar and do some paperwork, which I hadn't, and pay some bills.
Yeah, just get some things.
Yeah.
I's dotted and T's crossed. And,
And just getting stuff done and getting like
some business
the
stuff.
new menu board designed and stuff like that. So a few things that sort of just needed to get done, but all in all, we're off and running. So I'm sort of opening, we're back open tomorrow. So opening hours are Wednesday to Sunday, so from midday each day, so till whenever. So should be good. But
look, you're never gonna. I don't think I've done a lot of openings for bars and restaurants over my time in hospo, and I don't reckon there's ever been one that you go, "Oh, great, we're all ready. We've thought of everything." Like there's always little things.
I must confess, like when we opened Salisbury, like I don't think there was anything that we forgot because we had so much time to plan it.
There was stuff.
Yeah, there was probably stuff I can't remember so long ago. But that's good. And just been spending the last few days trying to get food trucks locked in and things like that. So slowly getting that done. We filled the roster for the next few months until we get our own kitchen in place there. So, so.
And how's it gone? Like with having the two venues, like are you finding you're struggling and driving back and forth more than you expected? Like,
definitely last week because we moved a lot of stock over, so that was a bit taxing. And then sort of working out, we did some on Tuesday or Wednesday morning, can't remember.
Yep.
But we went through peak hour and then wasted an hour in traffic. So basically the next day I was like, okay, we're not we're not
Yeah.
leaving here till 9:30.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so and then it's like a smooth
Yep.
ride. in,
Everyone's
so-
at work and done.
Yeah, exactly. All the kids are dropped off at school and stuff like that. So yeah, we just got to get into the groove and like what stock we've got there and what we need to move each week and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
but yeah, no, it'll take a little bit of time and just sort of starting to document systems and processes and
Yeah.
when we should do what. And the bins have got to go out on a Tuesday, but nobody's there on a Tuesday, so
Oh, yeah.
what
And you can't put them out on a Sunday.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. But luckily, I was there today trying to work out because we bought a walkie stacker,
Yep.
which got delivered yesterday, which got stuck on the on the road and the thing.
The gutter.
The gutter, yeah, so I couldn't move it. So the poor old delivery driver was, we had pulled up a guy with a ute with a tow ball.
Oh, yeah.
Tried to drag it off, that didn't work. And then, anyway, we had to stop traffic on Manila Street
and
for
it wasn't yours yet.
Yeah.
So
And I'm
you're
just
like-
going, and he's going, oh, what do you want to do? I said, I haven't accepted it.
Yeah,
You've got to
yeah.
take it back. So it's gone back, and then I had a meeting with the company this morning, just trying to work through what we need to do to actually make it usable there. It's just
Yeah.
those little things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll just get a little ramp built. But
Yep.
I basically said, I'm not accepting it until we come up with a solution. So.
Yeah.
So he was pretty good. So he's looking at some options. So I said, surely another customer's got
like a little bit of a.
like
A ramp
or
or something
something.
that you need,
But
yeah.
because otherwise, got to be offloading kegs and cans by hand, and I don't really want to do that.
No
so,
way.
But anyway, so it's
yeah.
just those little teething problems and just getting stuff done. So, but it'll be fine. So,
Yeah,
anyway, week 2 this week, so it's like old news now.
that's right. Yeah, it's just another hiker ready to
Yeah,
go.
just another hiker.
Yeah.
Hiker 3's coming, next month.
Oh, you're buying deeds, are you?
Yeah. We'll talk about that shortly. Anyway, if you haven't been, drop in, have a beer. I'm basically basing myself there, so
Yep.
happy to have a chat with anyone. So
Nice.
yeah, cool. So the next one, Valhalla Brewing in VA, so another VA.
Yeah, so these guys are down in Geelong. Been there, I think, 6 or 7 years now, and citing like a huge drop in hospitality is the reason that they don't think they're going to be able to survive. So,
So obviously they've got their own kitchen. So is that the
oh,
or
would
just
assume, yeah,
or just hospitality in general?
I
So like
think,
people going to
yeah.
the bar. Yeah.
yep. Have you ever had any of their beers?
No, never.
I've had a couple. So the guy who runs it, Scott Hunt, they also had a second company. I'm not sure if they still do, but it was called Lotus. And you could, when I worked for Helios, we used to send some beer down to distribute through them.
Okay.
And so some Melbourne places could get our product down there,
Yeah.
coming out of their distribution centre. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going in itself, if whether that side of the business is impacted either, but yeah,
Yeah, and I see in the article they had 2 rounds of equity crowdfunding. So
yeah,
one in 2022 and raised like 422k, and then the next one earlier this year where they raised 102. So so that's interesting. So another one, the VA.
yeah. I wonder where that sort of went and
Yeah, it's interesting. Just raising like 102,000 like earlier this year. So yeah, I think equity crowdfunding is I think it's done its dash in the
Yeah.
brewing industry. I just can't see anyone's got the appetite. So I think Source haven't. They're doing theirs at the moment, and now they're only
I
up
think
to
it
100
finished
and
the
something.
other
Yeah,
week or something, didn't it? And
yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a lot of interest.
they were going for the distillery side, wasn't it? I think
Yeah,
that was the
That was the main thing.
Part of that thing.
But it's interesting. I think given some of the scenarios with obviously Black Ops and whatever, I
Yep.
think equity crowdfunding now is I
yeah, because
think-
you were going to look at it, weren't you? You guys
yeah,
were-
we pulled out. Yeah,
Yep.
we actually started the process with Birchall, and pulled out. Particularly when Black Ops went into liquidation.
Yep.
It just went. It's just not the right time. Probably not good look either because we took one of their sites over
Yeah.
as well. So
Yep.
So we've raised.
Not intentionally. It's not like you were like, oh, I hope they fail. I want that site.
Oh
It was
God,
like,
no.
that
Yeah, it's just an
came up, it
opportunity.
was an opportunity.
Yeah,
And,
But I think speaking to a few of those investors, a lot of people are still quite annoyed with it. So, but I just don't think it's the right time, or whether it'll ever be the right time. But but we've raised some money privately, so to sort of keep, to get East Brisbane off the ground. So very appreciative of those investors, and always looking for new ones. So if anyone's interested,
you don't want $1 billion. You want
a
ones
trillion.
and-
No, but obviously, we got some we had some grand plans for Salisbury here, like the beer garden, a few other things, but some of those have just been put on the back burner as we sort of get into the groove of getting
Having
two
and
venues
stuff,
and having to now employ staff and things like that. So, and then we've got the shipping container kitchen coming, so that's sort of working through all the machinations of that. So so should be interesting.
Mate, the next news story is about news. Good Beer Hunting is going on an indefinite hiatus.
Yeah, well, that's sad, isn't it? So
it's earlier this year here in Australia we had Brews News shut up shop. Was it this year or late last year? How fast is this year going?
Well, I think it was this year,
wasn't it?
Yeah, have to be. Yeah.
And now Good Beer Hunting, which I used to read a couple of their articles quite frequently. It was very US centric, so not always applied to us here, but it was always a good, interesting read. But 15 years they've been going, and if you're reading the main article, it's not. They don't do a lot of advertising, and he hasn't sold his soul out, and he's funded it mainly through his consultancy business, and he's got a young family sort of thing. So, many different reasons.
I think as the craft beer industry matures, things change. So it's a year of change this year, isn't it? So,
it is very much.
So do you reckon? What's your thoughts? Do you think are we at the bottom, or is it going to keep going down, or
I think we're at the bottom. In that, I think if you're already in trouble and you've already been in trouble this year, it's still just going to be a struggle for you to get back out.
Yeah.
So I think those who are able to survive are, and they've got everything in place, they've got their business in place, and they're doing okay, and they will do okay because they've worked out how to get through this and come out the other side. But I think if you haven't got a solid business plan and you're already struggling and going down in the weeds, if you keep waiting for a big event to get you out of the weeds that you're in, and that big event doesn't happen and you invest a lot in it, not only does it put you further under, but it just prolongs your pain.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the next few months is particularly in the winter period is I think we're going to see a few more shut up. So
I think
it's a shake-up that probably needs to happen, which is unfortunate, but
I think I wouldn't be surprised if there were some names that are more frequently known to people that are going to go. So it's just it's a tough industry, but it's not just us. There's
every
beauty
industry.
industries. There's construction industry. There's a heaps of industries that are struggling at the moment, and it's not so much a sign of the industry that we're in. It's just an economic sign.
I think. I think it's just the economy at the moment. So anyway, some more depressing news. Unless you won Powerball on the weekend.
Unless you got 12 million in the back pocket.
So Deeds. So the building's up for sale. So
the building's up for sale for 12 million. Obviously Deeds fitted it out real nice, high spec for a real cool hospitality venue. It doesn't include the brew kit. So if you want that, that's a separate sale that you can buy. Whichever, God only knows what that would cost. I have no idea how to price that stuff. You need to get in someone who knows how to value it, but it looks pretty special.
Oh, it looks smick, doesn't it? Jeez, I'm just having a look at the photos.
And I reckon if you'd want to take that site over, you'd have to take it over as a brewery.
Yeah.
I think.
What else could you do?
You'd want the kit. You can't just have a hospitality venue.
I wonder how big the building
Birds,
is.
it? It looks quite big from the photos.
Yeah, but obviously a 250 patron license bar. So, but yeah, so it's yeah. I'm just curious as to the square meters.
Yeah.
So hasn't really got.
You
it
might
in
have to
there.
put an inquiry in, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if we win Powerball this week,
Yeah.
we probably will. But yeah, you know.
That'll be a hell of a hike.
Yeah, beer. Yeah. Moving beer down there. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Well, you'd brew down there, wouldn't you? But
Yeah, that's right.
obviously a big system, so
Yeah.
probably too big for us in our business model. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it looks pretty smick. So yeah, 12 mil. So
Yeah.
crazy.
It'd be interesting to see if it gets snapped up like as a hospitality brewery venue, or if it just gets, taken by the wayside and turned into some sort of warehouse.
Yeah.
Because I did read in the article that when they were looking to build that the brewery there, that their mates, consultants or whatever, said, "Oh, you'd be better to knock this thing down and build a high rise."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if that.
Well, that may
happen
be an
instead.
option too.
Yeah. I wonder how much of like the fittings and that sort of get pulled out of that sort of place
Yeah, not
and
sure.
reused.
Yeah, but it's like But once you put stuff in, it's pretty much worth nothing.
Yeah,
Unless-
that's right.
It's
It's in for your venue and
yeah. But yeah, anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and someone picks it up.
yeah.
I can't foresee with a price tag at 12 mil anyone,
Developers, mate.
Yeah, developers will do it. That's I can't see another
Yeah.
brewery like wanting to buy it. So particularly if it doesn't include the brew kit. So
Yeah. Hey, man, another next article. Hyper Boost from Yakima Chief Hops is a brand new hop product coming out, which is basically CO2 extracted hop oil for specific hop varieties like Citro, Simcoe. I can't remember what else was in there, but it promises to deliver more beer hot side, which is always good to your fermenters, because you can replace something like, was it up to 10 kilos of hop pellets with, I can't remember the exact value, but just pouring out at room temperature this hop oil into your whirlpool,
okay,
which, if you're adding oil, that's all you really want to extract when you add
Yeah.
hop pellets anyway.
yeah, exactly,
And so if you can minimise, the hop cone at the bottom
yeah.
of your whirlpool, get more of that wort into the fermenter, it's more money at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, so because that's what I mean, like the word is really based on the gravity, like for like your starting gravity. So it's probably more effective in regards to. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like the price difference between that and pellets. So
Yeah. Well, I think it's it got sent around all the world, like 21 different countries to be tested. So it's obviously something that could be really, really good, I think.
yeah, it's
It's cheaper to store, cheaper to ship,
yeah, exactly.
all of those things. So, 1 kilo of Dynaboost replaces 10 kilos of T90 pellets.
Oh, geez, okay.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah,
So 10 times the potency.
yeah,
That is pretty good. Particularly, obviously, like moving hops all around the world, like like for food miles and things like that. It's actually, if it does the job, it's
yeah.
I'll have to give that a try. We've got so many new products coming on the market. It's hard to keep up with it.
Yeah, well, mate, this next one as well. So, yeast breeders that work for the hazy side of life, Escarpment Laboratories, coming out of Canada, I'm pretty sure it is, with some liquid yeast pouches. They do have a dry yeast pack ready to go, but they're coming from the side that, like, because in the US there's like those yeast varieties that are genetically modified.
Yeah.
So they can't come into Australia at all. You're not allowed to bring them into Australia. Australia won't let them come in. And because of that, we don't get to play around with these, yeasts that are offering these huge big things to juicy beers.
Yeah.
And so these guys have come out and they're going right down into the yeast cells, finding an A and an alpha, which is what you need to breed yeast. It's not how yeast breed as such. You just sort of jam them together and off they go.
Yep.
But then, you got to try all of these. You got to put them into, grow them up. It's the same as doing hops and things like that. But I think you said earlier, the year, that you think that yeast is the next
I think
big.
so, because like you look at the lead time to bring a new hop to market. It's like
Yep.
friggin' 12 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas I think because yeast multiply and do all sorts of stuff, you can like the innovation cycle is going to be a lot quicker. So if you can
Yeah.
actually like nab something pretty quickly and find something, and
Yep.
and the beauty is that it's not all about like hops. It's all it might have the greatest new hop, but it's fucking got like it's not tolerant to pests. And
Yeah.
the yield's not great and stuff like that, and it'll never get commercially made. Whereas I think yeast has got a lot less barriers for it to actually get to
Yep.
get to there. So I actually think I honestly believe it'll be the next big thing is yeast, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited to do it because anything that you can sort of change to make a beer better or
A
different.
bit more flavourful and a bit
Yeah,
more
whatever.
make the consumer sort of
yeah,
go,
exactly.
oh yeah, wow,
Yeah. So I think yeast is the next big thing. So
yeah. Man, I found this article off the bookshelves for beer. 5 classic craft beer books. Have you read any books like during your time on craft beer brewing when you were going into the industry? Like what are some of the ones that you got into?
Oh,
So I read Goza.
Goza.
There's a beer book called Goza.
Yeah.
The new IPA, Scott Janish.
Yeah, the
wrote.
new IPA. I've
Yep.
got that one. I think Daniel's
Yep.
still got to give that back to me. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. I was also an avid reader of, it's not a book, but of Lars' blog,
Yep.
who found the Kvike yeast and
Yeah.
really made it mainstream.
Yeah. No, I'm more of a bit of a like history buff, sort of. Like
Yep.
I read one of my first books was around Vienna Lager because
yep.
that's my favourite. That was the beer that got me into brewing and things like that. So there's a guy who wrote a whole book on the history of Vienna Lager, which is really good. And now we've actually Daniel's had his play with like he's got his Imperial Red IPA, Ornith and things like that. So we're brewing the Vienna Lager for Bermuda this year.
Okay.
So
yeah, nice.
So that's in the production schedule. I said, well, it's time for me to have my
Here
favourite.
comes the Vienna.
That type of thing. But there's obviously a heap of other books. The usual suspects. I can't remember what they're called, but the one on water, yeast, malt, and hops. The sort of the 4. But
Yeah. So in this list too, I've read this one, The Complete Joy of Homebrewing, by Charlie Papazian.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was the old mate who started the BJCP.
Okay.
He was instrumental in starting that, but I'm pretty sure Hendo's met him too.
Yeah.
But the Beer Bible by Jeff Alworth, Tasting Beer by Randy Mosher.
Yeah, I've definitely did that when I
Yep.
wanted to become a beer judge.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like.
It's a lot of flavour.
Yeah,
and
it's
detail
like
in
putting
that one.
like, taste and smell and everything verbally is like really, really difficult.
Yep.
So I spent a lot of time, and in the end of it, I went, it's not my jam. So
Yeah.
I just like, I need to actually, spend a bit more time on that sort of stuff. But it's something that if you can actually verbalise a flavour, what you taste, because like I'll taste a beer and go, it's a good beer, not a good beer, but like whether it's compared to style or it's got Diac or it's got whatever, I can sort of do that. But then to actually articulate, the bits
What's
and
happening
what and it's like it's grapefruit or it's guava. Don't think I've
yeah.
ever had a guava in my life. But
Charlie used to say that all the time. He'd be like, it's got that real grapefruity, pithy, and I'm like, yeah, it does. And he goes, I've never had a grapefruit. I'm like, are you serious?
Exactly.
How can you say that?
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I'm not a fruit eater,
Yeah,
so it's
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, no, there are some good books out there. So
Yeah. I think the last one is good too. I have read that one, Brewing Up a Business. So
Yeah.
that's old mate who Dogfish Head
Yeah.
over in the States, which is I think for me that book was really, really good because it's not just beer brewing and that sort of stuff as well. It's also business minded and helps you visualize what a business is around
Yeah.
the beer industry as well, not
Yeah.
just.
And there's a couple of others I can't remember. I'll have to have a look at my iPad. But yeah, I read a whole heap of brewing business books. Like
Yep.
when we were when we were formulating our business plan for Hiker. So yeah, so really just like, and even down to, you know, like what are the key things for a hospitality venue? You
Yeah.
know, like, you know,
I can really recommend the Goza book by Val Allen. It's got both sides. Like it talks about the historical side of Goza, like way back when the Germans and that were brewing it, and then when the American craft beer industry sort of bought it back, and now Goza's a pretty popular style around the traps, and it's certainly one of my favourite styles, which is why I bought the book and had a read of it. It goes through how different breweries attack it, where it's from in the like Goslar region and all of that sort of stuff, why it is the way it is, how it got through like the Ryan Heizkobot when that was happening. So yeah, all these sort of things I found super interesting and really loved it. So
yeah, nice.
mate, the next one, you and I are probably beer geeks and brew geeks. I'd consider us probably on that side of things. If people give you gifts and it's beer,
Yeah.
are you disappointed sometimes when they think that they're giving you something that you
Yeah,
think
of course.
is... Yeah. There's a whole bunch of gifts in this article, and there's a couple in here that I find are pretty cool, but there's one that I don't know that it would work, but it does sound cool as well. So it's called Physics Draft Pour.
Physics draft.
And it's a draft pour dispenser machine, and it holds like cans and bottles up to quite large sizes. And even though your beer is already fizzy in the can and the bottle, what you do is shove it in this machine, and it creates smaller bubbles. So basically, I think it's like using a spout tap
Yeah, okay.
for carbon. It's just makes microfoam on
Yep.
your bubbles, and I think it's cool.
So what, does it pierce the can or?
No, I looked into it. You've got to open up the thing, and there's a big tube leading down into your vessel, and you put that in, close it up, and then you pour it out of the tap. So you've got to do that for every can and every bottle, which would be quite annoying. But $130 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's interesting, this iGuru
Oh, the igloo thing.
igloo thing.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, because it's actually on Kickstarter at the moment as well. So like they're already raising more money. So they've already oversubscribed. They've already 2,205% funded. So,
Mate, I think people think that stuff's going to be easy. And I've seen a lot of those brew things pop up on Kickstarter, and it just doesn't seem to come out the way you expect.
Homebrewing's homebrewing. Yeah, there's no easy way. So.
No.
Don't buy me that, Joe, for Christmas.
That's right.
Ultrasonic beer server. What the hell's that?
I don't know, but there is one in here that I would want. And that's the Levitating Cup collection, and it's a beer cup.
Levitating, let me work.
It's obviously magnets and something. I'm not entirely sure.
What's this? Looks like a freaking like.
It's a can opener for women.
For women.
Yeah, because
Can crusher.
obviously
Automatic electric can
cans,
crusher.
ladies can't use
Oh,
normal
that's cool.
can openers.
That's sick.
They're glass. It's great. Hey.
Yeah. Well, so just Well, it makes sense actually. Like it keeps the beer cold. It's not touching anything.
It's a plastic cup.
No, well, that's not.
Maybe it'd be good for Hendo because he can't clean glasses. So.
That's not cool at all.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll have one of them for Father's Day, I reckon. So.
Yeah. Nice one. You heard it here, Joe.
Yeah.
Buy your dad a
Are you
gadget.
listening? The man who invented light beer.
Yeah, so I was reading about this dude. He didn't even like beer. He just liked problems and solving the problems himself. So Joseph Awades, and this was, many, many years back when beer shouldn't have been what it was. They had just come out of, what was it, in the 1960s? He found the enzyme that allowed you to brew beer with less carbs, get the same alcohol and a lot of flavour in your beer. And off he went. They didn't think it would work because obviously they had a huge market for beer ready to go.
Yep.
And they were all sort of like a bit, no, it's not going to be great. But yeah, it was basically tastes great, less filling, and that's how they sold it.
So how's it done through enzymes and things?
Yeah, that's it. The old mate just found an enzyme that just ate the sugars, and ate the malt, turned it into sugar that the yeast can eat, and less of the carbs, and off he went.
Yeah, nice.
So, a lot of us use enzymes in brewing now to get what we want, different things. So, yeah, just, one of those feel-good, old-school stories. Someone who is probably should be more well-known in the beer industry, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the labs and stuff that don't get recognised for what they've done. So.
100%. Yeah.
So and then like this one, like brewing up a British hop revival. What's going on here?
So
did they bring it home in the soccer?
No, they didn't. They lost convincingly. But obviously, in the last decade or so, beer brewing has flipped on its head, and the hops, we don't necessarily want the Fuggles and the UK Kent Goldings, all of these sort of hops as much as what we used to.
Yeah.
Now we're looking for bigger, punchier, flavourful hops, and the hops from the motherland not so great for that. And a lot of growers have upped and dropped. There's an interesting stat in here that while British hop production has been sinking fast, American hop production grew 46%, New Zealand by 268%.
Wow.
Like, what a growth that is. And considering that the New Zealand hops, a lot of those are based off American and Britain, like UK hop vines anyway.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so they're obviously going through a climate change. There's a lot of diseases and mites and stuff that get over into the UK thing. So they're the sort of hops that they had to grow because, you had to keep them growing. And so now they're trying to find these different varieties that all offer a lot more different flavour, give the brewers what they want to have, and they're local to the UK. So, I mean, it's something obviously that as a business, I guess if you're in a UK hop grower, you want to get into and you want to learn more about. If you're a brewer over there, you'd want to start using it. And then also nowadays the international trade with hops is, people would always love the new thing. So if they can come up with something that's new and exciting, people will be talking about UK hops again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's only like 50 hop growers remaining in the UK, so we've got to try and bounce back and find their niche. So, but that's as we said before, it takes about 12 years to like take a new hop from breeding it through all the
if not
tests
longer.
It'll be interesting. You know, when we're in 15th year of pour it out, we can come back and talk about all the new ones.
Yeah. Might not even be using hops anymore.
No, it'll be all liquid.
Found something
it'll
else.
be all-
Yeah,
Exactly.
there'll be hop flavored CO2 that you inject into
Exactly.
your beer.
It'll just be like,
If you're inventing that and you invent that, that's mine. I want it. You've taken it. That's the Adzi effect.
yeah, nice.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm Adzi in a beer. No, don't do that. Well, that sounds stupid.
And then,
All right.
and then the last one is Carl Strauss Brewing Company celebrating 35th anniversary. Gee, that's a long time.
So have you ever had any Carl Strauss beers?
Never.
I've had quite a few of them. When I was first getting into craft beer, you could find them all over the place quite often.
Yeah.
And, I think it was Tower 10 or 10 Tower. is one of the ones that I used to drink all the time, and they've got a whole lot of different beers, but for me, it's something that I remembered drinking when I was coming up through my thing. Oh, where is it? I'll try and find this one that I used to drink. So, Boat Shoes, Red Trolley Ale is
I think I may have had a Red Trolley, yeah.
Yeah, it's used to be Tower 10 West Coast IPA. Now it's called Tower X. They've obviously gone through a bit of a rebrand. Haven't drunk their beers in a while.
I don't really see much of it. I haven't seen it here.
No, you don't. You don't really get a lot of, like with Brewski closing now too. You don't really get a lot of them over here anymore as much, because there's enough breweries in Australia that the bartenders support and want to taste. So
fresh is best.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was good. It was definitely
35
something.
years. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they do a golden stout. Oh, and a Tower X squared. Double IPA. Ooh. Anyway, going down the
rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole there. Yeah. What's on for the rest of the week, mate?
Yeah, obviously, East Brisbane. That's sort of the main jam for the rest of the week. So, what about you?
Tidying up a few things. Getting into winding up the week. I was up the mountain this morning. It was freezing cold.
Yeah, it's
3 degrees.
Crazy
in the car.
this wind, hey?
Yeah, 3 degrees it said in my car when I was driving along. And I've done something in my car when I was changing something. I've mucked the vent or something. So my aircon isn't working, which isn't too bad in winter because you just let fresh cool air in. But when it's 3 degrees and your heater's not working, man, I was driving up. I was alternating by putting my hands into my hoodie just to warm them up.
Yeah.
And I had my hoodie on the whole way up there. It was freezing cold. And then when I got up there, Trish, the venue manager, she'd left the heater on overnight. And she obviously doesn't mean to, but I walked into an office that was like so warm it was giving me a hug. So.
Nice.
But all this week's supposed to be cold, so...
Yeah, weekend as well?
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to start warming up again on Thursday, Friday, but...
that's always a good thing, so...
Yeah. We don't really get that much cold up here, and... Although there was this... I did see a report of this big freezing thing that if it comes from Antarctica, if it happens, it's going to really cool us down for quite a while.
Yeah.
So... I was saying this week that we could get snow or something.
Oh, really?
Out at Stanthorpe. It was
it's more
down
the wind,
way.
hey? Like, the wind is...
Man, the wind today, sitting at your bar, is freezing. And where's that wind going? Like, for some reason, it's just coming in and flipping around and going back out again.
Yeah.
But all your other windows and doors are closed. You've only got one door open, so I don't understand. I'm not great with physics, but...
I think it's going to be windy for till about... Yeah, for the weekend, till about Sunday by the looks. So,
okay.
So that's not going to be great for trade. But anyway, it is the quiet time of the year. So.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well,
any questions out there? Oh, sorry, you can't.
Oh, no, too late. Yeah, we're already wrapping up.
Yeah. But,
nice.
and they got the big B-Pack tournament at Maruka Club. So the big pinball thing, so they came and picked up all their beer because we brewed a beer for them. So,
nice.
So that's a steam ale. So.
Oh, you got when's your one sock coming out?
We got to steep the coffee.
Right. Okay.
Put it in, but we're supposed to be kegging that later this week. So
cool.
Yeah, the coffee brown ale.
Nice.
So,
yep.
Yeah, I need to get some of those beers done because it's funny. Like about 2 weeks ago, the cold room was full. Now it's looking quite empty.
Well, half of it went over to the other one.
Yeah. So
we've got a stout coming out soon. We've got 2 stouts. We've got a stout for Fortitude, just a run-of-the-mill, almost dry Irish, coming out.
Yep.
Sitting around 4.4, I think. And then we also got one for Ballistic coming out as well. So it should be good. Don't be afraid of the dark. It's called.
Yeah, nice.
That's
a good name.
Yeah. So it'll be pretty cool as well. Looking forward to it. They're both tasting great.
Yeah.
And they'll be pretty delicious. So I'm looking forward to seeing them on Motown Brown.
Oh, I saw that on
this week.
Saw that on Stalkbook. Yeah. So that'll be good.
Comes
out try that
later this week. So new beers, I guess.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. It's that time of year.
That's it. All right.
Okay.
Speaking of beer, we both got empty glasses.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, I better go and get one.
Yeah.
I've
well,
been good.
Pour it
today.
out.
Pour it out and take a hike.
Pour it out of it.
Yeah. Bye.
Can't find the stop button.
Pour it out. Happy with the mic and chatting news on all things beer. Joined by Phil, Dan,